Namaste and welcome to Baat Career Ki by my mentor. We bring here another episode of this podcast series today for you. We live in a country, viewers, in which many of us still keep listening कि बेटा पहले इंजीनियरिंग तो कर लो, करियर की बात उसके बाद में कर लेंगे. ऐसे एरा में to have clarity, curiosity and courage to find the right career for yourself plays a very important role. And this is what my mentor has been doing since many years. At my mentor, we believe कि ऐसा करने से हम ना केवल बच्चों को बल्कि राष्ट्र को बिल्ड कर रहे हैं. और इस सीरीज में आज हम आए हैं नारायणा ई टेक्नो स्कूल बरेली उत्तर प्रदेश में. And to start the podcast, I would like to introduce today's guest. We have the Honorable Principal of the school with us, Bhavna Kaushik ma'am. Uh, Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us and sparing time from your busy schedule. Really means a lot.
Thank you so much, Anup sir, and it's really a pleasure that you are here. And we are going to have a candid conversation, and you have already picked up my favorite topic. So I hope this conversation is going to be really enriching and insightful for all the viewers.
Thank you. Ma'am, normally teaching is something that is not considered to be the first choice as a career for many of us in the society. Instead of me talking about your introduction, which I have, I would request if you could tell our viewers that how did you choose education to be an educationist, and what was your journey until here as the principal now?
Sir, I think I have to be very honest when I'm giving you this answer, and definitely I don't prefer giving you some crammed answer that I always wanted to be a teacher, I always wanted to be a principal. So my honest answer is when I was in college, actually, I was highly inspired by one of my teacher, and what was different in that teacher, the way of teaching, I still remember, and the subject was chemistry. She has made that subject so interesting because generally then only when I was having a discussion with my mother, by the time my goal was clear, I never wanted to be a teacher. But since from the time I met the teacher, I think that thing struck in my mind कि मैं अपनी मम्मी को बोला मैंने मम्मी I really want to be a teacher. So it always, and after that I got married, and then also I think my field is entirely different. My field is computer science. So all my friends, they have opted to work in MNC. Since I was having some family commitment, so I had to choose this profession. I started my career as a PGT from Ryan International School, Ghaziabad. After that, since my husband, he was in basically transferable job, so I had to shift to my hometown, which is Bareilly. So here I seized an opportunity to work in one of the best school, that is St. Maria Goretti Inter College. Here I served approximately 10 years. And I think when I served as a teacher for that many years, that has given me so many things. Like I think I have done a lot of experiment, and I interacted with so many students where I found that teaching is, I think, beyond the classroom. So for me, I will not say that initially I means like it kept on changing. When I was a child, I wanted to become something. I think when I came in class 12, my goal was something. So definitely teaching, I have never ever thought. But since from the time I came into this profession, I took it as a passion. And I think teaching is definitely, it is an art. When you take it as an art, you will definitely find the significant improvement in each child if it is to be taken as an art. So basically, I am a principal, I was a teacher. I never thought of being a principal also, but when I was a teacher, I have done a lot of experiment with the students. So I thought, then how can I transform? How can I reach out to the wider audience where I can talk about all these experiments, which can bring significant improvement or which can channelize the energy of the students. देन आई थिंक मे बी शायद ये ऊपर वाले को ईश्वर को भी मेरे इंटेंशंस प्योर थे. देन आई केम अक्रॉस विद दिस opportunity being a principal, and I think then all it is a journey. Basically, I keep on talking with the student, I keep on talking with the teachers.
That is so true, ma'am, because self exploration many a times leads to the career that maybe Almighty has set for us. But the times have changed, I believe, drastically. Gone are the days when we and the parents had that kind of patience, perhaps. What do you think in the today's scenario is the right age for children and parents to start thinking about what is the right career for them, and at what age? Is it through self exploration even now, or is it through identification of their qualities that others might be able to see?
It's a very interesting question. Basically, whenever I talk about, generally when the parents they come in PTM, I have seen many parents they keep fighting for 2 marks, 3 marks, and I keep counseling, and which I think I have told already that teaching beyond classrooms. What is important for a teacher to identify, as a parent to identify the potential? Because in my career, I have seen so many students, those who are not good in studies, and they are doing so well in their career. So it's all about finding out, and it can be anybody. It can be, definitely, it is a collaborative effort. Teacher is there to identify the potential. As a teacher, I think in my career when I used to take, I still remember, I would like to share one incident. One student was there, she was not good in my subject. She came, I think, in pre-board, before the pre-board exam, she came to me and she asked me one question: ma'am, this computer science, the Java, is really really difficult. Why you are teaching this, and what is, basically, what is the use of this subject? Because I don't have, I don't want to study my basically interest. My parents are forcing me, I want to do the fashion design. How I counseled, that's what I wanted to, I only counseled ki, see, what do you think, like till 10th it is okay, and after 11th and 12th definitely you pursue your career, you can be a fashion designer, you can try for something where you can be basically well versed in this only. But what about if you have a boutique, if you have a some kind of boutique, and where you are running your own, you know the software programming, and you are having your own app. सो कैन वी इंटीग्रेट दीज टू थिंग्स? क्या हम दोनों को मिला सकते हैं? आज तुमने जावा करा टिल 10th, एंड व्हेन यू डू द फैशन डिजाइनिंग या कुछ भी ऐसा, एंड आप अपना कुछ ऐप लाना चाहते हो, तो कैन बी, सडनली दिस थिंग आई थिंक
Clicked.
इज स्ट्रक,
Yeah.
एंड शी सेड मैम यू आर राइट, आई कैन डू दिस.
Mm.
सो माय ओनली थिंग इज, वेदर इट्स पेरेंट, या वो पेरेंट है, या वो टीचर है, या वो कोई भी, आई थिंक इट कैन बी एनीबडी, बट ओनली द थिंग इज गिविंग द राइट डायरेक्शन
Yeah.
टू अ चाइल्ड, and being connected with the child, so that at least you can help the child to explore what
Yeah.
is best for
But
her.
ma'am, do you think today the counseling as such, the when we talk about the word counseling, do you think parents and students equally need counseling? And perhaps the structure of what needs to be counseled may be different, but counseling of parents also plays a very important role today.
If you ask me, I'll be brutally honest. I think parents need more counseling than than students. I tell you the reason.
Yes.
Again, I'm sharing you all my incident,
Yes.
whatever I had gone through in my teaching career. When I was a principal in DPS, one parent came, and she was sitting at the reception, and I was there in assembly. I got a call from my receptionist that so and so child's mother is sitting at reception asking for copies. So I asked that why you want to take the copy. Then she said कि मुझे अपने बच्चे का काम कंप्लीट करना है. I think उसके एक हफ्ते पहले same parent came to me asking that what school is doing. My child is having a problem in writing. My child so I said okay, let me have a counseling session. I counseled the child, I had interacted with the child. I got to know that child is brainy, but only the problem was writing.
Mm.
And I told that how much time you write. Well, and child was basically reluctant to write. He said, I hate writing. I said, okay, can we do one thing?
Mm.
You start writing. Why your mother is helping?
Mm-hmm.
You should write, because
Mm.
the more you write, आपका speed उतनी ही बढ़ेगी.
Correct.
So I counseled, and child was convinced. After then, I think I came, and then I met mother. I told mother, you know that what is the problem? The problem is that your child concepts are clear, but uski writing बहुत slow है.
Mm-hmm.
So I will suggest you as a parent, whatever incomplete work is there, please let him do. that
Hmm.
work.
Hmm. Hmm.
Can you imagine? She started fighting,
Hmm.
Madam,
Hmm.
I want that this has to be done by me, and like this and that. I think it has taken 1 hour
Hmm.
to make her understand. See,
Hmm.
the school is helping, the teacher is
Correct.
helping.
Correct.
I am not saying the child should complete
Hmm.
the work in 2 days.
Hmm.
Please, you let him complete the work by himself. Finally, 3 days, after 3 days, same child came to me that my mother is really, ma'am, you counsel my mother, but she is not listening me at all.
Ah.
So now, and it is not one
Hmm.
case, sir.
Hmm.
I've seen so many cases as a
Hmm.
principal where the parents need more counseling
Counseling.
than students.
But why is it so, ma'am? We realize that the way parents have started behaving, at least in the last 5 to 10 years, has really changed the way the previous generation used to be looked at after by their parents. So why is there is so much of a paradigm shift in terms of how parents are now taking care of their children, especially when it comes to the touch points of the schools or the academics, or maybe some of them who are good in sports. So why are they so jittery and why are they so overhyped and excited about the whole thing?
I just want to ask, have you heard about, in case if in this same podcast, if you can include one clip which is there in Mahabharat episode, that is the difference between moh and prem. Moh is something where you are not letting child do what exactly child is supposed to do,
Yeah.
and prem is exactly where you are making child capable enough to do the thing.
Wow.
सो माई ओनली थिंग इज कि आज की जनरेशन में आपको पेरेंट्स जो मिल रहा है वो मोह कर रहा है,
Hmm.
वो प्रेम नहीं है, दैट इज
Hmm.
मोह. सो
Hmm.
देयर इज अ डिफरेंस.
Hmm.
पेरेंट्स हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन मोह एंड प्रेम.
Hmm.
सो नाउ इट इज यू फाइंड, बिकॉज जनरली एक बच्चा है या दो बच्चे हैं,
Correct.
तो वो प्रेम नहीं कर रहे हैं
Yeah.
अपने बच्चे को, वो केपेबल नहीं बना रहे हैं, वो
Hmm.
हैंडीकैप बना रहे हैं.
Right.
सो माई ओनली थिंग इज पेरेंट्स need more counseling than students. That is my because that is my perception.
So, what do you think is the role of principals as such and schools as such? Because we have very high regard for the principals and the school infrastructure. आपको बच्चों को भी मैनेज करना है, आपको देखना है डिसिप्लिन भी रहे,
Right,
बट वो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स भी सोचें,
right,
आपको मैनेजमेंट को भी हैंडल करना है, आपको ये भी देखना है कि जो एक बच्चे के अंदर जो बचपना है वो भी मेंटेन रहे, बट दे आर एबल टू express themselves
right,
in
right.
the outside world as well. तो वो दुनिया के लिए तैयार करना with so much of ifs and buts
Ifs and buts,
and
right.
so much of conditions. आप कैसे करते हैं? What is your style?
Again, I will repeat my statement. If I'm sitting on chair, and the sole reason of sitting on this chair is I love being surrounded by students. So when I come to the school, I keep this thing in my mind that my utmost priority is the students. Whatever it is, I have to simply, मुझे सिर्फ वो देखना है कि जहाँ बच्चे should be the priority. Yes, we do have a lot of pressure. We do have a pressure of management. We do have a pressure of maybe parents' queries. But I think we have to set our priority, because I think, as I told you, the teaching has always been my passion. Because once I opted this industry in this field, I have taken it as a passion. And when I became principal, my major you can say because when I was actually going to be a principal, my mother told that don't be a principal, because principal is all about handling so many things. But I think principal, being a principal, I can transform the education system, because here I am sitting on the chair where I'm dealing with the parent, I am reaching out to the parent, I am reaching out to the student. So I think more I can help the society when I think I'm sitting on the chair handling the pressure. So it is all about priorities, sir. When you come to the school, you have to set your priorities,
Correct.
that how many hours you are doing. Basically, the children, how many times you are surrounded, how many times you are going to the classes, how many times you are doing the counseling. So, as I told you, I love counseling the students basically,
Yes,
because
yes.
that is my primary role.
Right. We see that with so much of social media distractions and so much of peer pressure, etc., students do normally express themselves to either paint or sing or do some of the other activity which may not be reflective in their marks at times,
Right, right.
but they might be good in a lot of things. And when you compare the work that they do, you really admire them for such really good work. How can school or the parents identify the art that a child is really good at, and how do you as a principal or your teachers are able to identify such things and tell a child ki okay, listen, you are really good at it, so perhaps try working on this and you may have a career in this field as well, apart from simply looking at your academics.
Actually, recently, I think again, I'll take one example where we introduce some clubs. CBSC is also introducing the different clubs. So when the teacher is coming and saying that these are the slow learners, every child is unique. हर बच्चा unique है.
Correct.
आप you have to give maybe one student. I think on my birthday, मेरे birthday पे एक बच्ची आई, उसने मुझे एक बहुत अच्छी सी poem लिख के दी.
Hmm.
And then I got to know that how beautifully she has written. I was not aware. Then she told me, ma'am, I want to write the book. So in that case, how the school promote is introducing the clubs, or maybe, for example, if I'm a principal and I want somebody who can prepare, like I started a news channel where the students, they only are writing the script. They are writing the script. That is, this is a script. Two students, they are speaking, and then we have a camera team. The way this podcast is being captured, same way. So I think in that the whole class is
Involved.
involved.
Yes.
So my only thing is, let's not be confined to the classroom and only giving them lectures. Let school should take the responsibility to explore and to engage them and to channelize their energy. So that is my just one thing which I have given you the example. One news channel and the whole class is involved.
Correct.
Some, they are writing the script which is being checked by the English
Yeah,
teachers.
yeah.
And after that, some, they are good at technical part.
Yeah, yeah.
So they are doing editing. Ma'am, I love doing this.
Yeah.
So in that case, parents, they are also happy. Students, they are also engaged. Their energy is channelized towards right direction.
And it is so engaging for everyone. I believe it also hones the public speaking skills of those who really want to
Right,
get better at that skill. And plus आपको current affairs के बारे में भी पता चल रहा है, so it is
right.
actually solving so many
So many things, right,
things. So that's a wonderful initiative, ma'am.
right.
मैम, एक कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो आपको लगता हो कि स्कूल सिस्टम में चेंज करने की बहुत ज़रूरत है, और उससे बच्चों के लिए आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ करियर, सक्सेस एज द वर्ड इज, जो सक्सेस की डेफिनेशन है वो और बेहतर हो सकती है, आपके हिसाब से वो कौन सा ऐसा चेंज है जो अगर आपको मौका दिया जाए तो आप अक्रॉस द कंट्री करना चाहेंगे?
Actually, this is, I was reading one article. It is definitely a sports, which I always mention. I don't know why the sport period. Basically, it's not about the sport. Same thing which I keep saying. It's not about only the academic. Where I will say कि जैसे अब Finland, and Australia. I think I read one article जहाँ हर 45 minutes में बच्चों को 15 minutes के लिए they
Take out for
take
some
out for some
activity.
physical, because
Yeah.
you see the child is confined to the classroom only. Like in my school also,
Yes.
they are teaching them for the competitive exams.
Mhm.
So my school starts at 8 o'clock, 7:50, and it gets over by 4 o'clock. My only thing is, nobody is telling me, but I tell my teaching staff कि 50 minutes या 40 minutes के बाद let them do some activities in the class, so that some physical movement should be there, and equal importance should be given to the. You see that how Australia is training for the sports. They are giving some, I think, proper curriculum for sports. One more country which was mentioned, I am not able to recall the name. I was reading, I think, Times of India, where the long article was there. So my only thing, what can be changed in our system? Same thing, beyond the books, beyond the classroom.
Yeah. In fact, I've also read somewhere that if you sip something for intermittently, it actually improves your
Yes.
learning capabilities, and it improves your grasping power. So if you keep sitting the whole day or for a very long durations, it is not going to help you much, as you said, ma'am.
Right, right.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I think let's go to something which is little like a test. So we would like to take a quiz for you
Okay,
now,
okay.
because we know that you've been taking a lot of quizzes for your students. So we have a very rapid fire ready for you. So are you okay with
Yeah,
this?
definitely. I love to do it.
Thank you. So we have some one-liners, and we would expect very quick one-liner answers from you, ma'am.
Right.
So let's start. The first rapid fire for you is: are you a strict discipline or a flexible learning kind of a person?
Flexible learning type of person where
Ma-
I'm approachable to everybody.
Great. Marks or mindset?
Mindset, without any doubt.
Morning assembly or classroom discussions?
Morning assembly, it sets the tone for the day.
One habit every student must develop:
Discipline.
homework or self study or both?
It can be both.
Okay.
It can be both.
Okay. Okay. Parent teachers meeting or student counseling, which is more impactful?
Parent teacher meeting.
I could guess that coming from a principal. One quality of an ideal student.
Being disciplined.
Okay. Books or digital media?
Books, for sure.
Okay. One common excuse that students normally make:
Not well.
should tea or coffee be introduced in schools?
No.
Okay. What is the biggest challenge that students face today?
Peer pressure.
One skill that students ignore but they should not?
Being confident and the communication skill.
Okay. Okay. Talent or hard work?
Smart work.
Oh, one change that you would like to see in your school?
One change. The student should be given liberty, as I said, after 45 minutes, after every period,
Yes.
or after at least every 2 periods, they should get some physical activity break.
Yeah, wonderful, ma'am. That come with that we come to the end of our rapid fire. And before we close the session, I would like to have the closing remarks from you, ma'am. The idea of this podcast is to sensitize the audience that it is not just one size T-shirt that fits everyone.
Right.
We strongly believe that every human being is different and unique, and we need to identify what is right for a particular person. Your school has been doing great work in this, and we have some great reviews about it. आप कैसे ये मैजिक करते हैं एंड आप कैसे आगे करेंगे, व्हाट इज द प्लान फॉर यू इन द फ्यूचर, एंड हमें कैसे यहाँ से और बहुत अच्छी सक्सेस स्टोरीज मिलेंगी. वी वांट जस्ट वन लास्ट क्लोजिंग स्टेटमेंट फ्रॉम यू.
I think just one statement, all the viewers out there. It is actually for basically for all the students. Just एक हिंदी लाइन का जो है,
Yes,
which I keep
yes,
saying.
yes.
तू खुद की खोज में निकल, तू किस लिए हताश है, तू चल, तेरे वजूद की समय को भी तलाश है.
क्या बात.
So this is actually for all the students out there. That see, it is not about the books, it is not about the marks. You have to identify your real potential. So it is just like which I keep saying whenever I'm interacting with the students. And for all the viewers, this is just I think, as you are already doing a great job counseling the students.
Thank you, ma'am.
Reaching to the wider audience. So that is just like, I think I already spoke.
Thank you so much,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
I think with this we come to the close of today's podcast with some major key learnings, and one, of course, being to take the help and support of all the stakeholders. I think what Bhavna ma'am taught us today is कि सबसे सीखो, even your principal, even your teachers, आपके friends, everybody will teach you to be better students, better human beings at the end of the day. And identification of your strengths is something that is really important as far as finding your right path is concerned. With this thought, we leave the audiences here for the next podcast, which will be broadcasted very soon. Thank you so much.